Hey guys, I think I got cut off in the middle and we were having a lot of issues with connectivity, I guess. But let me know in the comments if you guys can hear me fine now, just so I can know. Um, All right, so what I was saying was, welcome all of the new students, and then every second Monday we have a Q&A at 8:30 p.m. where we collect all of your questions beforehand, and then I come and answer all of the questions live in detail. So that's what we are doing today. Let me know in the comments if you can see me fine and hear me fine, just so we know that everything is working well. And we have a few good questions already, so I'm going to get started. Once I'm done with those, I will take over the questions that you guys are putting down in under our live video. So I'll get to them at the end. But first, I want to give preference to people who have submitted their questions beforehand, which is under this post, in case you guys didn't know. So the first question is from Balaji. He's saying, I have one question. I have to put ads for the agriculture related products for exports, and I'm going to focus on the Asian countries. What is the best strategy to get the customers? Like, can we go for messenger or lead gen for more traffic to our website? So here's the thing. Whenever you're selling something, it doesn't matter what the objective of the campaign is. Here what you're talking about is whether we should choose messenger or lead gen or traffic. The truth is you can choose all and they will work well, and you might choose one which will work well. It doesn't matter. So it really doesn't matter what the objective of the campaign is, but really where we are sending people to, what is the offer, what is the free thing that we are giving in exchange for people's email IDs, the lead magnet or the free gift that we offer people, that they give us their email address. So what is that lead magnet that you are offering? Or are you sending website traffic directly to the website? So assuming you are sending traffic directly to the website, since you mentioned a website, you can choose a traffic campaign. Like, why not? So like, I would say that whenever you're thinking of strategy, think about taking information from their existing customers and then making a list of things like, what is your customer avatar, like what is the age, gender, where do they live, what do they do, what do they like. So make a list of all of those things and prepare your targeting list, and prepare what is your angle going to be, like what are you going to sell and why would they choose to click on your ad instead of your competitors' ads. Then do competitor research and figure out what your competitors are running ads. So you can do that by doing a lot of audience insights research, figure out the pages which are similar to your competitors, and then go to those pages, go to the info and ad section of that page, and then figure out, okay, these are my competitors, this is what kind of ads they are running, and this is where we are sending this is where they're sending traffic to. So analyze their landing page, analyze what they're giving, analyze how they are sending their emails. That is the way to kind of form a strategy. It really, at the end of the day, let me tell you this, it really doesn't matter whether you choose messenger or lead gen or traffic. It really doesn't. The things that matter is ad copy, targeting, what are you sending people to, the design and copy of the landing page, and what you're offering for free. Or if it's a website in this case, then what you can do is install the pixel and make sure that you're at least running ads, to retargeting ads to people who have added to cart but have not purchased, who try to purchase but were not able to. Or you can actually also try to upgrade existing customers to other products. So these are also some of the strategies that you can go through. Here's the thing, there is no one right strategy. So you pick up on the strategy that works best, you have it review in the group, then you do it, and then we see how it performs, then we test it, and then we make changes. That is what marketing is, and that is what works best. Instead of like, there's no perfect strategy to market anything. Like, we learn all the industry averages and industry standards and things like that, so we know what type of funnel we should use when. But really, when it comes to like one perfect strategy, it doesn't exist. All right, so I hope that helps you. Okay. I think you guys are hearing me fine. The second question is from Prabhashankar. What is the best strategy to grow Instagram followers for a personal profile? Like if there's someone who is a bodybuilder and wants to grow their followers on Instagram, what would be the best way to do it? Run Instagram story ads. If you have not already gone through the Instagram story ads module, make sure that the Instagram profile is optimized. People know what they are signing up for when they follow the person. Add social proof in the profile, like maybe he has won awards, or maybe he has maybe he has had some accomplishments. So you can list all of that in the bio, make it fun, make it appealing, so that people would like to follow that profile, and post engaging and valuable content to the audience on the feed. So make sure that at least the first 9 posts on the feed are videos, engaging content, inspiring content, people things which actually provide value to people who are going to follow him. Like, what is his goal? Is it just like a personal brand and he just wants like followers, or is it just like, oh, I want to like give value to people so that I can promote something of my product later on? So like that is where your content strategy will differ. Like if you are just building like, oh, I just need followers and it's just around a person, it's difficult to do that unless you're like really popular and people want to organically follow you. So he should be willing to give value to his audience, create engaging content, post videos, because in fitness, videos is everything. On Instagram, videos work really well. So when you have that profile all set up, you should be running Instagram story ads. I teach all about that in the Instagram module in detail. So if you haven't gone through it, make sure you do, just so you know what you should be doing. Then I guess this is from Kunal. I wanted to set up an Instagram and Facebook page for an online business of selling trousers. How can I go out marketing them and also integrate Shopify for e-commerce? I would first be starting with drop shipping and marketing of the brand. Any help would be appreciated. So, well, the setting up of the Instagram and Facebook page is pretty straightforward. But how to integrate Shopify is, I can show you. Let me share my screen. Let me share my screen. I hope you guys are seeing it. I'm just going to use my test account. So what you need to do is go to your ads manager, go to pixels, and then what you need to do is integrate it with Shopify. So you need to go to partner integration, go to Shopify, and you need to connect your account. So like when you need to have a Shopify account and you need to connect it to the account here. Go through all of the steps that this will take you through, like the guided steps are provided here. Connect Shopify with your account, with your ads manager. So what happens is Facebook will actually, the pixel that you have, Facebook will actually, when you do this integration, the Facebook pixel is now installed on your entire Shopify website. Entire, like whether it's product pages, add to cart pages, checkout pages, everything. So when you do this integration, even if you have 1,000 products, you don't need to install a pixel on 1,000 pages, right? That is why such integrations are in place. So what you can do is connect both of them. And then what will happen is when you connect these two, in the targeting options, you will have a lot of data, a lot of more targeting that you can do. For example, if you do this integration, you will have targeting like people who added this product to cart but didn't buy, target them. So you can create a specific kind of ads to people who are who added a specific product to cart but didn't buy. So you can say, hey, you visited our website but you forgot to check out, your life got in the way, how can we help? Here's the link below of your favorite products, you can go ahead and check out right now. And there is a carousel format of like 4 or 5 things they may have checked out, they may have viewed, or they may have added to cart. So this way, Shopify Facebook integration is really powerful because one, it's easy to do. You don't have to put a pixel on 1,000 pages of your Shopify site. Second, you have like really important retargeting data, like people who added this product to cart but didn't buy, or people who try to check out but didn't buy, or people who are existing customers. For example, people who have bought from your store once are more likely to buy from you again and again and again, right? So what you can do is also it gives you an option like target your existing customers and show them different products ads. So you are basically upselling your customers to different products, showing them different varieties so that they will click again. You know how what happens when we go on Amazon or I don't know, Jabong.com, where we are able to buy like appliances, clothes, things like that, e-commerce stuff, right? So sometimes they will show us ads like, oh, you forgot to check out, add things to your cart and go ahead and click below and check out again. Other times, if they know we are an existing buyer, if they know we are an existing customer, then what happens is, then you can actually retarget them again, upsell them, have them buy things from you again and again, right? Because that's the best part about e-commerce. Like you can sell multiple things to the same buyer again and again, but I cannot do that in my industry, right? For example, can I sell you this course again? No, right? I have to, if I have to sell you something, I have to package it in a different way and sell it to you in a different way. It would be another product. It would be another product that gives another kind of value to you guys, right? But in e-commerce, that's not the case. A person can have like 5 trousers and 5 shirts. So you should always make sure that you're upselling to your existing customers, especially in e-com. So I hope that helps. And let me take a sip of water. Okay, I have one question from Ocean. The client is basically into website and app dev business. He wants lead gen for his business and the client doesn't have a funnel. So what all targeting should I keep and what would be the budget I need to put in? Yeah. So if the client basically wants to sell his websites and app development business, he should create some free product that people would like to experience. For example, he can create a free video training, a free 30-minute training that can help people purchase their first domain and set up their first hosting. And then what he can do is, if people have bought their domain and hosting by using his video and his links, he can then upsell them. Hey guys, I would love to help you build your website and app. So basically, the strategy remains the same. Give them something for free once they sign up to your email list, and then upsell them to a service. So he should consider like what kind of lead magnets he wants to do. Maybe he's not good at video and he's like, I will rather create a PDF or an ebook which says 10 ways to increase conversions on your websites. Or basically he needs to figure out like what value is he providing to his clients. Because you can't say, oh, I'll make you a website, because that's not attractive. He needs to say, let me create a website for you that will convert your customers, and it's basically an online home for everything that your brand does. So basically he needs to figure out why he is unique than the other website businesses, app dev businesses, and like use that in his marketing message. You have to find a unique angle that is only unique to you, and that's how people will differentiate you in the market. So the client doesn't have a funnel, then what I would say is, like if you can create a funnel, that would be great. If you can't, just set up a ManyChat bot campaign like I showed you guys in the bonus video that I did last week. 3 ways to set up campaigns really quickly. So you can either do like ManyChat campaign and send them the free PDF and then upsell them to a service once they sign up to the bot, or you can do a lead gen form, and at the end of the form you can send them a PDF guide. So if you have not watched the 3 ways to create campaigns quickly bonus, and if you have access to it, you can watch it and implement it quickly. That is why I created it exactly for that purpose. In terms of targeting, what you can do is you can target things like WordPress, then Squarespace, GoDaddy, Namecheap. So these are GoDaddy and Namecheap are where you can purchase domains, right? Squarespace, WordPress, Wix. If all of those are available in targeting, and I know those are, you will be able to target them because people are following those already, right? Then what you can do is you can also target admins of any Facebook group. So if people are an admin of a Facebook group, it's a good bet that they usually have a business in place, and that is why they are running a Facebook group. So you can then market to that targeting also, admins of Facebook group, admins of Facebook page. Then you can also target people who are using specific tools, like maybe they are using a social media scheduler, so they're already in this world a little bit. And then you capture them with your copy and video and ad, right? Because there is no perfect targeting, we have to test a few things. So what I was saying is you can target tools like Evernote is a note-taking software, or Hootsuite is there, which is used to schedule social media content. Anyone using and following those pages will be likely interested in the website. So Evernote is there, Hootsuite. So do a good enough research of all of the interests that I said, put them into the audience insight section, and then figure out more interest from that. So if you guys don't know this, just let me quickly share my screen over here. I've showed the audience insights before, and it's even there in the videos, but what you can do is go to audience insights. So all of those interests I told you about, you can actually input them in over here. Suppose the client is from India, let's assume. And if I told you about WordPress, so you put it in WordPress and then go to page likes over here, and then figure out what more interest people will want. So the WP beginner is good. And then more Vivek apparently, because if people are business owners and are using payment plans, payment platforms like Razorpay or Pioneer or Paytm and things like that, right? So you can target people who are using Paytm, and you can narrow them further down by people who use Paytm and people who use you can pre-qualify them with Paytm and also likes websites, or also likes domains, or also likes marketing, or also likes business. So entertainment, Hotstar, no. Facebook business is also a good interest. So you should basically go through all of this list and then use your common sense and figure out, hey, what can I use in my targeting? People who are using MI phones, you can target them. So the key here is to capture them again with a free thing, which is super awesome, and create send them a free thing and then upsell people for their services via messenger or lead gen or emails, right? So yeah, that is what you can do. um, so you can target Paytm. People who use Paytm own businesses. They might need a website. Paytm, Pioneer, and also what I like to do is I like to sometimes see what suggestions I get when I like pages. So I'll just unlike this page that I'm already liking, and I'll hit like, and then Facebook will show me suggestions. Hopefully, Facebook, what's that? It didn't. Let me try again. Yeah, maybe it already knew I had already liked it. But if you have visited a page for the first time, then you can like, and then Facebook will show you a bunch of similar pages over here. And then Paytm Money, you can target Paytm Payments Bank, Paytm Mall. These are also pages liked by this page. And then you can, of course, you guys already know this, you can check out the ads for them. But that's not what we are talking about. You can target these interests, Facebook business, and all right. So yeah. Mm. So I hope that was helpful, Ocean. Um, then Anindya has asked how creating assets in same campaign differs from creating them in separate campaigns in terms of assets competing against each other, reach and CPA, and how good is it to test VC and ABC and IC and PUR all in same campaign, and then separate out the ones working in a different one. So here's the thing, assets in the same campaign do not compete against each other, because whenever you enter the Facebook campaign, Facebook auction, the campaign gets added in. And now, if you think about it, with the CBO change, which is campaign budget optimization change, which is going to happen in a few months, in 3-4 months, um, Facebook is actually moving budgets to the campaign level, right? So they actually do not want us playing around with the ad set level. So now, if that change is going to happen anyways, what I would recommend you to do is enter budgets at the CBO level, at the campaign level itself, and let Facebook optimize where it should be feeding budgets to what ad sets. Okay, so that is one thing. So now stop thinking in terms of creating ad sets inside each other, which will compete, because it won't, because budget is moving to the campaign level. So that thing will, even if it is right now, it anyways will go away, right? And the second thing I guess you asked is, and then with the CBO change also, what you can do is, if the ad sets are like, if you still want to like give budget to all ad sets. So for example, right now what you used to be able to do, and you can do also now, is create one campaign, create 5 ad sets, give the budget on each ad set, and then let them be, and just each ad set will spend its own budget. But now with the CBO change, what will happen is Facebook will decide what ad sets it will give preference to and what is working well, and it will spend money over there. But even if you want to like forcefully have it spend budget, then you can actually create like 5 campaigns and inside them one ad set, and then you can test. So what I would say is, do this test for your own campaigns and see what the results are, because there is no right or perfect answer to this. Testing is the answer here. So test it, test CBO, and see what difference you see against each other. But also keep in mind what changes Facebook are doing. If we are anyways going to the campaign budget optimization, if it's anyways going to happen, then we have to start thinking towards that, and we have to start playing towards it, and we have to start optimizing our ad sets and campaign in that way. So I would say use a CBO, spend a little, and see what results you get. In my course ads and workshop ads, we have been getting very good results with CBO. So now I don't even bother giving budgets to ad sets. I just give the budget to the campaign level and let Facebook do its thing. Like, here's the thing, we need to trust Facebook that it is our friend, and it is our friend. Facebook is our friend. So Facebook wants to give us conversions. Facebook wants to give us leads. Facebook wants to give us sales, because if it gives us leads and sales, we will be spending more money with Facebook, and Facebook is a business and it likes that, right? But Facebook also wants to make sure that it creates a good experience for the people who are using it. People like our moms, dads, our friends, people who are not marketers like us, people who are normal people, who make Facebook who it is, right? So if there is only ads and no people who use Facebook, then like Facebook will anyways never make any money, right? And it knows that. So Facebook is on advertisers' side, but it also wants to ensure that normal humans who use Facebook for what it is made do have a good experience with it. So always keep in mind that trust Facebook and let Facebook's smart algorithm do its thing. Currently, we are also testing a no interest ad. That means I teach you guys how to do select interest and targeting and things like that, right? But if your pixel has gotten enough data, then what you can do is just Facebook knows what kind of people are opting into your funnel and what people are buying and things like that, because the pixel is very powerful. So then what we are also trying now is creating a no interest ad. We just put country and age, and that's it, and then no interest at all, and we'll see what the results are, and we'll see how it affects our leads and purchases. So all that to say that there is no right answer to this. You have to test it for your campaigns and see what is giving you the best ROI, because things will always keep changing. Facebook will keep changing its algorithm and things like that, but like test it and see for yourself. Okay, let me know, you guys, if this is helpful. Let me know in the comments. So I have another question from Ocean. I need strategies to build my email list more in an organic way without using paid traffic. Cool. So what you can do is, if you want to build your email list, then you need to create a free thing that people will want. Okay, so that you know already, obviously, right? Because we teach that in the course. But now we teach paid traffic in the course. The only difference between paid and organic is with paid you have to spend money, and with organic you don't have to spend any money, right? So then what, again, so you have to understand the difference. With paid traffic you are saving time and spending money. With organic traffic you are spending more time and spending no money. Right, so you understand the difference. It's always a trade-off between time and money. So now that we have established that in organic we need to spend more time doing what we would either just like we would have just set up campaigns and spend money on it. So if you want to grow your email list or your followers or things like that in an organic manner, then you have to hustle. For example, if you want to grow on Instagram, then you will have to make more effort in terms of posting more often, posting every day, posting even a couple of times a day, doing the hashtags, and then most importantly, engaging with people in your DMs, engaging with other people who don't follow you in your messages, build relationships, build actual relationships, and actually help people. Because in organic, referral and word of mouth and people speaking good things about you will really help you a lot, right? So that is one way. And then other way is put out content. That is the way, that is the key. If you want to grow organically, you have to churn out content every day, content that people want. Like why does YouTube have all of these videos and YouTubers and things like that coming up, right? Because content is king. So if you want organic traffic, you have to be very consistent with producing traffic, producing content, and producing content which actually helps people and which people want to see. And you have to keep it doing again and again and again and again, because new content, of course, gives you new eyeballs and new subscribers and new followers and things like that, right? With paid traffic, it's not as difficult, because you don't have to produce content every day to get in front of people's eyes. You get in front of people's eyes by spending money on ads, right? So that is the difference. So I would say that have a content creation strategy. Like if you want to, for example, if you want to increase your email list full of people who will require your marketing services. Let's assume that you are an Instagram expert and you want to offer your services, but before that you want to build your email list, and then you want to build your email list and then nurture them, and then you want to upsell them to your services. So in that case, what you can do is create free content that your prospective clients will want. For example, if go to these Facebook groups that I talk about, in that search the keywords Instagram and then figure out what issues are people having with Instagram, and then create free content around that. And if, by the way, if people need help in Facebook group, you should anyways be helping them. You can say, hey, I saw this problem, and then what you can do is create a guide, and create a landing page or a bot, or you can even create a bot, create a simple bot landing page, and then the guide will be delivered via the bot. And then when someone asks a specific question about Instagram and whatever value you can give, you can just send them the link to the bot and say, hey, I created this free guide because I know a lot of you guys were suffering with this problem and I decided to solve it. For example, you can create a video on hashtags, how to use hashtags, create a video, have the video be supplied through a bot, and then when someone says, oh, my hashtags are not working, blah blah blah, then you can say, hey, I do get it, it's awful, and things like that. And then you can say, hey, I created this free video especially for this purpose, and then you send them to the video. And via the bot, and with the bot you can collect the email address then. So that's the difference between paid and organic, and that would mean you would have to hustle a lot. You will have to do one-on-one relationships more. You'll have to go in Facebook groups and engage with people. You'll have to go in Instagram DMs and engage with people. You have to comment and like on other people's contents. You have to make friends with people on Facebook, add them on your friend list, and actually network and talk to them one-on-one and see how you can help them. So that's how you do it. Kalpana is asking, how can marketing work well for wholesale businesses like silver and gold? What kind of value it can provide to its client? I would say, like, if you bring your gold business online, you will be competing with brands like Tanishq and Carrot Lane, who have a really good online presence and brand presence, and they're all over social media and running ads, right? So you can bring it up, but it's just really difficult for a small wholesale business to dominate its field. But if, for example, if the small business is a local in Delhi or something like that, then you can just like create ads for people living around a specific area. For example, let's say you have a client who has a jewelry shop, and you cannot dominate all of India, right? If you're that small and you don't have that kind of marketing budget, but you can still run ads, carousel kind of ads. Check out the ads of Carrot Lane and Tanishq, how they're running ads. You can still run ads to people living around the area of where their business location is. You can do zip code targeting, right? For example, the zip code where in Delhi maybe is 122000. So then you can say, hey, people living 25 miles around this zip code, I want to show my ads to, and then you just show that ads to people living around that. So now next time when they want to buy silver or gold or things like that, they will remember, oh, I saw this ad and I can now go and purchase this from the shop, right? So it makes sense. So yeah, that is what you can do. Let me know if that helps. And then I think I have one from Bilal. I've created the very first campaign of mine with one ad set having one ad in it. Then I duplicated it to 2, so total 3 ad sets now. Under the tab of ad sets, it's showing 3 ad sets with 1 approved. But in the ads tab, the ad of the parents ad set is 1 active ad, showing 0. So how can I get the ads active in other 2? Okay, so I think what you're saying is the 2 duplicated ad sets that you created, they don't have ads inside it. So let me show you how to do it, and then hopefully you can repeat the process and see that it should work well for you. Yeah. Let me go to the other BM. So we have this ad running, and this ad of ours has 1 ad set and 1 ad, right? So now what we want to do is we want to hit duplicate over here. So when I hit duplicate over here, it will duplicate both the ad set and the ad inside it. Similarly, when I duplicate the campaign over here, it will duplicate the entire campaign, ad set, and ad. So that way. But if probably if you have duplicated an ad set which has no ads inside it, then of course there will be no ads inside even in the new duplicated ad sets. So in that case, let me just show you. Let me just do this and show you. Duplicate, you select original campaign, you select 1 or 2 copies, whatever, and then you hit duplicate. Okay. And then what we do is, if you see over here, you will see this new ad, and it is in draft, right? So this is a new ad, and then we already have this original ad, certain original ad which is active. So then I want to ensure that you then published it correctly. So then what we want to do is go to review and publish. Make sure that when you're publishing, you see one ad set and one ad, right? One ad set, one ad, one ad set, one ad. So then now that you see that, oh, this is my copy ad set, this is my new ad, and then you hit publish. So now when you hit publish, you will be able to see the new ad and new ad set. Okay. Now maybe you did this all correctly. Then you want to ensure there are no filters over here that maybe will restrict the data that you're seeing. And then you also want to ensure that the date range is always lifetime, because sometimes if it is set to like yesterday and you created a new ad today, then the new ad won't show in yesterday's data, right? So maybe if you did everything correctly, like I showed you, this is the problem, the lifetime thing. Okay, so make sure that your date range is correct. Make it lifetime so that you can see all of the ads, and then you can go to campaign and select here, go to ads, go to ad set, see two ads, right? Yeah, so that should work. Let me just discard these drafts because I don't want to keep that, but I hope that helps. So I'm done with the questions which I got in the post, and I see that we have one question here. All right, guys, I am putting a 2-minute warning. If you guys have questions, now is the time to put it, because I'm answering the last couple of questions that I'm getting. So if you have questions, now is the time to do it. Okay, so what have we here? Okay. Pooja is saying, I have joined the course 2 weeks back, and because of my busy schedule, could not start with Facebook ads. So I've completed the welcome and MAA, and I've a client query for lead gen campaign, and I have to give a proper presentation, scope of my work with a quotation and a formal proposal. I have just 2 days in my hand. Kindly guide me on this. Okay, so that's fine. Like, you have not gone through the modules, so you don't understand the Facebook ad basics or funnels or things like that. What I would say is, if you have 2 days in hand, take 1 day to go through the entire first 2 modules of the course. Like, that will help you really. Because like, if you have little amount of time, I think just for your own confidence, you need to know what you're saying and what you're talking about. And if they have follow-up questions, then you know what you're saying. But let's say you want to give a presentation and a formal proposal. So then what I would say is, go through, so like for helping you, I need more info, because I don't know what the client is doing, what is he selling, he or she selling, and I don't know anything. So what I would say is, if you have 2 days, take 1 day, go through the two modules of Facebook, and then also go through the client management module. I have 3-4 proposals over there. Take a look at them. And actually, you should actually go through the get clients module first. Yeah, go through the get clients module first, just so you will know what to say, what to do. Chuck the Facebook ads module for later on. Do the presentation, impress the client with your confidence and your things like that, and then go through the proposal that I have included as examples, and then create a presentation from that these are your goals, this is what we will do, this is what will happen after that. And you know what, you wing it, you make it happen. You don't have to know everything before pitching to a client. Okay, so it's absolutely fine. I have always, like, I've done this more times than I can count. I have always said yes to people, even though I didn't know those things at that time. I always have the attitude of, I'll figure it out, and it's always a good quality as a new freelancer, because you say yes, you have this motivation to figure it out and hustle it out and make it happen. So it's okay. It's perfectly normal. Okay, so don't be worried. But I would say this, if you have 2 days, go through the entire get clients module first, the client management module and the get clients module first. They are shorter modules, so you will be able to go through them really quickly. So go through them, and then hopefully you know some information about the client. You create a presentation or you create a summary or scope and post it in the group. Then I can help you improve it, because right now I do not have any information from you, from what the client is doing to how I can help. And you're just starting the course, so I would say go to the get clients, the client modules first. After that, take the info from your client, prepare a presentation, post it in the group. I will take a look at it tomorrow and I can give you suggestions on how to improve it, because I can't help if I don't know the details, right? Um, okay, Kunal is saying, I missed my question. Can I rewatch this Q&A? Yes. Just wait for me to go offline, and then you will have the replay available in the Facebook group itself, and my team will also upload it in a couple of days for you. Sheikh is Bilal is saying, you have mentioned, but I was doing similar thing. It gave no option of pin code, but 17-kilometer radius option. So let me show you. Let me share my screen. So go to people who live in this location and include so let me just find a random Delhi pin code, just for example. Oops. Yeah, so you can get oh, so it's not using just not. So then it looks like India does not have a zip code option. However, let me just check something. If you can say maybe we type a location in Karol Bagh, then you will be able to find it, and then we will be able to target the people living in that, right? So find a landmark near your place of business and try to search it over here, because you can actually pin it. Like you can say, no, I want to, no, I want to like drop a pin here. Like, no, this is where my Karol Bagh is, this is where my place of business is. So then you drop a pin here, and then you can say, oh, this is my 25 miles, and then you remove that. So this is how you do it, right? Um, Yeah. Do you have specific module for lead gen? Facebook ads is sales funnels. You can go through it. Like sales funnels basics module is where I go through lead gen. So go through it. Sales funnels basics will help you understand like no ads manager and no ad stuff. Just like if you want to understand the concepts and why we do what we do and how to create funnels and do lead gen, then you should go to the sales funnel basics module. Should you charge more for retargeting campaign? I would say like charge the same, like have a campaign per campaign service fees that you have and charge. Here's the thing about pricing. Everyone keeps me asking, what should I charge? You should charge what you're confident asking. Like if I ask you to say, hey, charge $500 for the campaign, but if you're not confident to ask that to a client, will you be able to close them? No, right? So make sure the price is something that makes you happy. It makes you feel confident. It makes you motivated to work and hustle for the client when shit goes to the roof, So I wouldn't say charge more for retargeting. I would say have a per campaign price and charge the same for it. Like if with the client you can say, hey, I will create one cold ads campaign for you and one retargeting campaign. Charge them the price for two campaigns. As simple as that. Let's keep it simple. Let's not make it as complicated as if you don't need to. Bilal is asking, can we create multiple BM on a single mail ID or a Facebook ID? With one Facebook profile, you can create two business managers. So with one Facebook profile, two business manager. In both of those two business managers, you will have to use two different email IDs. That is how it works. Pooja is saying thanks. Bilal is saying thanks. All right, guys. I hope this call was helpful. If you have more questions, feel free to post in the Facebook group, and I would be happy to help you guys out. Bye.